Hi, today I'm going to talk about why should you meditate. It's a very interesting journey for me and has been a very vital question, especially about 9 years ago when meditation used to come up. I used to think, what if I get lost in a trance and never come out of it? Or my second biggest fear was, what if I lose interest in shopping? So that was really funny. Fear of meditation I had at one point. But today I also want to stir you up about why should we meditate at all? Should we meditate because everyone's talking about it? Or because that author says that we should meditate? Or that mystic says that we should meditate? Or because it feels good? Or because the psychologist or the psychiatrist or someone who probably is an authority on it says to meditate. Well, I've done a huge exploration on why to meditate, because it seems to be my favorite question too. I ask people, do you meditate? How often? Why not? So, one of the most important things I only understood recently is that we live in two important worlds at the same time. So one world is this one in which you're watching this video and you have either a smartphone or a computer and you have YouTube and you have a name, you have an account and all these things that are tangible. And then if you close your eyes, there is another world, which is not the outside world, it is the inside world. The inside world of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and all the stuff you cannot touch, where you're not a name, you're not an age, you're not an income, you're not the owner of a house, you're not any relation, you're just an energy form. So the most challenging aspect of life is that everything that we see and live and experience in the outer world, where there's stories, is actually projected from our inner world. And if you want to change anything in the outer world, you'll have to go within. You'll have to touch base with your inner world to make any changes. So, what I've understood by doing, exploring, talking, is that meditation is actually focused attention within. Having said that, it can even be outside, but it is focused attention. So you could be looking at the flame of a candle, or staring at a point, or focusing on some point within, or doing the best, most reliable way when there are so many distractions, and that is using a guided meditation and perhaps keeping your eyes closed. But why meditate? So, I'm sure like everyone else, you want to change a few things in the outside world of stories, names, identities, salaries. And have you noticed that you have patterns? And you seem to go around in circles with those patterns. So, at one time, if I had a pattern of being bullied or not being treated how I deserve to be treated, I had the same pattern repeat in most relationships, and I was just stuck in it. And I could discuss it and I could whinge about it, but there was not any change by doing that. And another example is that I had acne. So this unique personality had a challenge, which was acne. So there was years of antibiotics. Then there was other concepts about herbs. So I did very expensive herbs for a long time. But eventually what worked the best was when I started to meditate. And I started to understand after meditating daily or very regularly that it's my conversation with myself that matters the most. I'm energy, you're energy, everything is energy. So this thought that we hold in this moment or each moment is energy. So each cell gets affected by the thought we hold right now. So if I'm going to tell myself off for something, my health is going to be affected by that. So with the cumulative effect of meditation, I also learned how to break the pattern of constantly picking on myself. So while this personality by negative self-talk would create acne, someone else can create lung congestion with their negative self-talk. Another person can create lower backache with their negative self-talk. So everyone has their unique way because we are all unique energy packages. We are born at that specific time, in that specific place, to these parents, and notice that we have different patterns to our siblings as well. So each person is unique and they have their own patterns. And I've been to healers, I've been to all sorts of places where there could be a solution. I have been to my naturopath, I've tried everything. But I had to find my solution within. Every time I reached within and I wanted to find the answer, that's where I found it. So if you want to change the patterns that you are trapped in, that no one seems to have an answer to, that you're really confused because of, and you want to break those patterns, you want to change something in the story outside, you have to meditate. And it's not a philosophy, it's not something you discuss with people and say, yeah, I go to yoga and I do, in the end they do meditation. Or yeah, sometimes I do it. No, it's a daily practice. It's a daily practice. It's not a philosophy, as my favorite author John Kehoe would say. It's a daily practice. So if you really want to change something in the outside world, where we live in the cosmic cinema, which is called Maya in Sanskrit, then you got to go within, into your inner world where your power source is, and meditate. And meditation means different things to different people. And I'd love to discuss that another time in another video. Thank you.